Hello friends, hello subscribers, back to you again after an absence of some time. I have here yet another lever action rifle. I imagine you think that that's all I have is lever action rifles, when in fact they really represent the least of what I have, but they seem to be attracting a lot of interest and have been for a few years with the advent of the Yellowstone program on television, and I believe a Jurassic Park sequel. Regardless of that, we have here today a Marlin 444. This particular rifle is a late production of the first run of rifles. So this rifle was made around 1971, according to the serial number. After that, there were some changes made, and there's been changes made since. This is a JM Marlin, so these are good quality. Not that any of the others were particularly poor quality. There were some aspersions cast about the Remington time with Marlin, although I think that maybe perhaps is overstated, at least from a personal experience standpoint. These rifles were produced by Marlin starting in 1964. They answered a need or a desire from shooters to replace the then almost completely obsolete 4570, which, as we all know, has had quite a resurgence in past years. A number of manufacturers make ammunition, including Hornady. What you see right there is a factory cartridge in the center, 265 grain. Factory round, about 2,300 feet per second. Quite potent. We have here a Hornady XTP bullet, 300 grain, which is loaded in the center of these three cartridges. The one on your left is a 4570 spent case, 444 Marlin loaded with a 300 grain Hornady bullet, and a 223 Remington cartridge for size comparison. In the foreground are several of the Barnes bullets. These are their Buster. They're a monolithic bullet, and they're a 300 grain bullet as well. The Marlin 444 Marlin is a 429 diameter bullet, the same as the handgun cartridge, which was introduced in I think around 1956, perhaps 1957 for commercial loadings. Regardless of that fact, these Marlins are very strong rifles, and they need to be. The 444 Marlin generates a lot of pressure, a lot of energy. Although at the muzzle, it's not equivalent to the 4570 modern hunting loads, but beyond 150 yards, it takes over and exceeds that energy. The bullet has a little better sectional density than the 4570. They're not very common, in Canada at least. The 444 Marlin didn't really have a big following. I wouldn't say it didn't catch on, but they're uncommon now. And I have read that in the United States, a number of northern and north central states within America have opened their deer hunting seasons to straight wall cartridges. Although I think in states like Illinois, I think the 444 Marlin is too long. The case The cartridge case is too long to qualify for that particular shooting, but you would need to consult your local game laws. As a Canadian, I don't know this for a certainty. This rifle is equipped with a kind of a vintage scope from that time period, and I hand load for this rifle, and it's a potent rifle. It's challenging at the bench because it's fairly physically light. It does generate quite a bit of recoil. But that being said, it's surprisingly accurate. No problem at all printing groups of 1.5 minutes regularly. If you're hand loading for this, you're going to need powders like IMR 4198 or perhaps something like H335, something similar. At any rate, just a quick view of this lovely Marlin, and hopefully we'll make another video again in a few days. Thanks so much. Bye.